Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, an enhanced port of the Wii U version, comes roughly 3 years after the release of Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and roughly 2 months after the launch of the Nintendo Switch. Fans have voiced concern over double dipping on this enhanced game. Is it worth the rebuy for the owners of the original? As the game already looks gorgeous on the Wii U, it comes as no surprise that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe looks just as great on the Nintendo Switch. The game runs at a gorgeous 1080p when docked, and equal to the Wii U at 720p when undocked. It runs at a smooth 60 frames per second at all times, though when split screened into 3 or 4 players, it drops at 30 frames per second. There are various control options available for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, including a single Joy-Con, both Joy-Cons detached from the console or in the grip, handheld mode, or using the Pro Controller. Several options for multiplayer are available, including split-screen local play and 2-player online, both of which return from the original Mario Kart 8. New to this game, however, is the wireless play option, where, like handheld games in the series, players can make local room for others with the game to connect to. The functionality of this is very similar to creating your friend room online, but this can be done without the need for an internet connection. A very minor gripe I have with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the fact that all characters, minus a single costume, are unlocked from the beginning, as well as all the courses. I personally enjoy unlocking everything in a game, though I don't really mind this all that much, given that I already unlocked everything in the original. Vehicle parts still need to be unlocked, however, so that mostly makes up for this by giving a reason to play the various Grand Prix. I'm also a little upset that there's no new Grand Prix or courses added to the game, but I don't believe the lack of those hinders from the experience with this game, as the game already feels complete and filled to the brim with exciting content, especially for those who missed out on the DLC of the first game, since it's included in the base game here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is presented beautifully, taking everything that was great from the original game and adding even more fantastic content on top of it. The gameplay from Mario Kart 8 is present here in this enhanced port, with some special additions to it, such as some new characters and a brand new battle mode. There are now 3 tiers to drifting, starting with the blue mini turbo, then moving to the orange super mini turbo, and now for the brand new ultra mini turbo, being added in the form of pinkish, kind of purple sparks. The boost given from achieving them is very satisfying, almost as if a mushroom item was used. Another major mechanic change is the inclusion of a second item slot, allowing players to hold a second item in storage, much like the previous entries in the series, such as Mario Kart Wii. Contrary to popular belief, this isn't much like Mario Kart Double Dash, except for the feature of double item boxes. You cannot actually switch between these items, making it rather different. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe can actually be deemed the most accessible game in the series due to the addition of 2 settings, Smart Steering and Auto Accelerate. Smart Steering attaches an antenna to the player's vehicle, which prevents the player from falling off the course and from driving off the road. Even using a mushroom directly aimed at the edge of the road will be redirected. It's pretty useful for players who have trouble staying on the road. Auto Accelerate allows for players to race without having to hold down the A button or push up on the right stick. The player will automatically accelerate forward, but must still be steered by the player. If Smart Steering and Auto Accelerate are combined, technically, a player need not even touch their controller as the AI can play the race, but really isn't guaranteed to do well at all. An overall major change from the original Mario Kart 8 is the inclusion of an entirely new revamped battle mode. Rather than having some refurbished courses looping to battle on, the game comes packaged with 8 battle tracks that are entirely new to the game, 3 of which are returning from previous entries in Mario Kart. Each battle track feels different and interesting, some having a more flat, basic layout, while others allow for more vertical movement, potentially striking from above with an item. There are 5 battle modes, the most of which in any game in the series. Balloon Battle is mostly unchanged from previous entries. There is no last man standing, such as in previous versions, and losing all of your balloons results in Lakitu placing you back at a spawn point with half of your points. Coin Runners is also mostly unchanged from its previous entries. Seemingly, though, it is a decent way to farm coins for unlockable vehicle parts. Bomb Blast returns from Mario Kart Double Dash, allowing players to hold up to 10 bombs to launch at their opponents. This mode is essentially Balloon Battle, but with only bombs available to use. Luckily, you cannot be hurt by your own bomb, or this mode would be a lot more difficult. The physics of throwing your bombs is kinda different from the rest of the game, though. In any other mode, it's easy to throw a bomb rather far away. In this mode, though, it's easiest to drop the bomb right in front of you. Renegade Roundup is a brand new battle mode exclusive to this entry of Mario Kart. players are divided into two teams, the Renegades and the Authorities. The Authorities are equipped with everlasting potted piranha plants, which have a cute little light on their heads akin to that on a police car. Renegades must scour the battle track, avoiding being captured by the Authorities' piranha plants, while also freeing their captured allies. Renegades free their allies, who become locked in cages and get placed on the track, by running into the button beneath the cages. Authorities will win if all the Renegades get captured, while the Renegades will win if they can avoid being captured until time runs out. My personal favorite of the 5 battle modes, though, is Shine Thief, returning from Mario Kart Double Dash. A single Shine Sprite is placed on the battlefield, and players must scramble to hold it as long as possible. When holding the Shine Sprite, a countdown appears, initially counting down from 20 and decreasing each second. If a player can hold the Shine Sprite until the countdown reaches 0, they win. Even if they do not hold it until the countdown reaches 0, players earn more points the longer they are able to hold the Shine Sprite. After 5 minutes, the round ends, and the player who held the Shine Sprite the longest is deemed the winner. The gameplay of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just as great as it was in the original, only to be enhanced by the inclusion of new mechanics and an entirely revamped battle mode. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is an enhanced port that expands upon the original game in new and creative ways. Yet another crossover in the form of Splatoon, more accessibility to players through smart steering and auto accelerate, a completely revamped battle mode, complete with brand new tracks and 5 different game modes, as well as some new characters and vehicle parts. I find that all new content make Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a refreshing experience from the original, giving me more fun in a variety of ways, and I can tell I'll be playing this game at home and on the go for many months and years to come. You can see where to find me, Tris, in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to and follow Source Gaming for more content like this, as well as discussions, news, and even more.